Boy, I've added a couple good lessons for you here. Pardon me. Okay, I'm on New York time, right? It's in the evening here, 9 o'clock for me. And let's go back. And I opened a trade. I put in the Telegram group, right? And I opened a trade here, thinking we got to the top of this. I was watching some other stuff. Things are going on. Anyway, I thought we were right around here. I thought we were ready to go for the 7:30. Managers coming on the floor. Things are going to take off, right? It's a little later. It's over here. So I opened the trade. And let me see. Opened the trade for, I've forgotten what it was, 32,800 or something contracts. And it started to go south on me. So what did I do? I went and I put some money into a short. And I rode the short down. And you can see my entry point here. And you go, but Mel, you opened the trade here. Yeah, this is the lesson. So I knew it was going to come up. I know there was going to be the New York pump. So I rode the short down, took that profit, I let it come back, and it moved it a little bit down, and took that profit, went over, opened an order. That wasn't this one. That's the order from the last one. Opened the order for the amount of profit I did here. I went here, and I went, okay, I'm going to open the order. And look, you can see I'm playing with a small balance. I started with $1,000 here. And then what I did was, it came up, and I was about here, the entry point here. So I hadn't got to it, and it started to short again. So I took the short, made the profit, and went and placed that amount of US dollars in contracts, 15,003 contracts at 23 cents, with the profit from this short, and I lowered the entry point to here. So far below from where I was. And now, when I was going to make the clip, but look, it's going up pretty quickly, it's getting better, I was already back in profit, where I would have had to be up to here to be back in profit, right? I was already back in profit. Got it? You see that? So now I got back into profit quicker, and now I'm on a run. And off I go, and I'm making some good dough here on a little 1,000 account, right? I'm using 1,000 dust. Not dust to you guys, but just I'm doing this each. I was talking to Chris over there in North Dakota early today, and I went and started again. Today's Monday, so I put 1,000 in an account, and I'm running $1,000 account just on my own here, so you guys can see with 1,000 in your beyond the bot, all right? 1,000 in your beyond the bot, you can learn to self-trade and do okay. So I was in here at this entry point here, well, round about here, yeah, 237 something, 237.44, and it started to go the wrong way, right? I thought we were going to I took this pump, you saw that in an earlier clip, I thought we were going to get going. But, I'm not perfect. I can't pick you guys think I'm just walk on water. Come on. I don't. But I know it's going, right? Why do I know it's going? I'm on Gala. I look at the hour. Hang on, 1 sec. Let's get back out of here. Yeah, time to take this profit. Thank you very much. Come on. Close my invalid don't do this to me. Sometimes these guys play games with me. $98. Thank you. Let me take it. Come on. Is this the universe helping me and it's going to blister off again? What we got? Yeah, I'm right. I was at 40x, and because it started to go the other way, I lowered it to 18x. Don't pay attention to that. You guys are doing it at 10x. But when you start pulling as much money as I am out of bit by bit, sometimes they play games with you. Really, I'm willing to take this here. Let me invalid reduce only order. Order may increase potential. So I don't want to reduce the order. Come on, you guys. Don't give me a hard time. Get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? You're trading against the exchange. You're trading against the Green Army and the Red Army. I'm trading against the Reds. All right? I'm trading against the Reds here. And I'm no longer in it. Am I? Yeah, I'm no longer in it. Great. Finally let me close it out. Good. So there, my balance went up. Fantastic. 85, 87. What was that? I can't remember. Great. Worked perfect. Okay, so the lesson was, let's go back. Sorry about that, but that happens, you know. I don't know how much I've taken out of this exchange now. Gosh, 40,000, 45,000 or so, in 50,000 in 2 months. Sometimes they play some games with you. Shouldn't be saying that. I'm just showing. You saw it. It was the truth. I took a, 5 minutes. I got to pay attention here. You know, that fellow on in Carbon says, Malcolm, your videos are too long. All right. So for him, I won't say his name, but for him, I'll keep it short. I took a long position here, you know, and the candle came back down. So it came down a little bit, and then it started to go down, and I took a look and went back. Went, okay, you know, we're pretty well at the top over here. I was getting greedy. I've done that before. You've heard me say that. I get greedy. So, yeah, I was getting greedy. So as soon as it came back up a bit, the next run up, and I know it's going to keep going up. Why? Let's go back to what I was saying. 1 hour, green. 2 hour, green. The Green Army. And 6 hours just turned over green, the last 2 of them, right? See here? So we got slightly green, a Caitlin. Someone emailed me. He figured out what I meant by Caitlin, right? Caitlin Jenner. Not sure whether it's long or short. Not sure, you know, all the girls say. Not sure it's a boy or a girl. Anyway, 2 hours, 6 hours, we got 12 hours of green. So I know the Green Army's winning. You can't beat direction. So it doesn't matter. It started to go here. I went, great. I'm going to take the short. And on just $1,000 account, I made $46 odd. And I took that amount and I went over and I placed a long. And as this had started to go down, I placed a long, which moved my entry from here to about here, right? It moved it down. Then, once it had come back up again, I knew it was going to start to go down. And when it did over here, I took another short. And it really started to go. So I went and changed. I know you shouldn't be showing you this, but I was playing on 40X. I changed my long from 40X to 18.5. So I reduced my liquidation to way down, just in case we had a BART going on, right? Remember? A BART, and the BART could go all the way up and come back down to here. And I was at 130 something was my liquidation price. So I thought, you know, if we get a BART pattern and those guys really unload New York and take all their profits, I'll be in trouble. So I reduced my leverage, which you would do in 10x to 5x to 2.5x to 1.5x to 1x, right? But I was 40x. Do not be doing this. You can do this with 10x. So I reduced my leverage and I took the next one down, which made $80 odd. And that $80 I took and went up here and placed an order, right? So if I want, let's say I want to place an order of 80. Let's do this lesson. $80. How would I figure that out? Well, let's just go 4444. That's 1,051. See, the order value is 1,051 here. Okay? So at 10x, that's only $105. But at 18x, that's only 50 odd, right? So I could, you know, I'd go out. Let's just use it as if it was 10x. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this. Come on, let's do this. I'm getting you guys all confused here. Sorry. I'll stay here. Let's do this. Okay, see, look, I timed it. I got out. Should have got out there, but they played a game with me. Anyway, so let's say, well, I did make $81 on this, right? I made another 81. I made 40 here, 81 here. So I took that 81. I went up here, and if I was at 10x, 4,444 contracts at 23 cents would be $1,051. At 10x would be $105, wouldn't it? Yeah? So let's go about 36.45. 81. Yeah, see my math? I'm pretty close, right? Pretty close. $81. $80.90. Mal, you're a math genius. Yeah, I'm not going to explain how I can figure that out in my head. I can just do it really quick. So if I took 3,421 contracts, it'll be an $809 margin, which would cost me how much out of my account? Come on, put your hand up. Okay, you in the back. 10x, $80. Well, 9.5, sorry. 10x, $80, right? So then I place a short. And what happened was, my entry point that was up here, which was moved to here, you saw got moved all the way back down. Look, I'm back to where my entry point was. Got moved down to here. And so then as this came back up, the whole idea was to get my entry point back to this level. So when this came up and met the latest highs, I would be able to get out for a $10, $15 profit and not lose my shirt, right? I've showed you a video in that. If you're stuck in a trade, what are we at? We're at 11 minutes. So up here, I'm going to put that. If you're stuck in a trade, that's this technique. But it kept going. Why did I know it was going to keep going? 1 hour, green army. 2 hour, green army. 6 hour, green army. The red and green army, but it's just the way it works. So look, I knew it was going to keep going. And I sat in, and you just saw. I made, it was $113, but it ended up about $87 by the time they stopped playing a little game with me. That's just good. I'm playing against the exchange here, right? It's a red army. I'm the green army here, right? I'm going long. So whose money am I taking? This is the blatant truth of this. When you're in this exchange or any other exchange, when I'm in along, whose money do I take? The red armies. All these guys that are shorting it. I'm taking their money. That's what's happening. I'm taking what they're putting up. They're putting up for shorts. A green army contract wins. It just took money from the guys that are in the short, right? You got that? It's the red versus the green. That's why I talk about the red versus the green. In the stock market, I used to have a brokerage house in the stock market. I didn't sell shares to individuals, by the way. I made big packages and flew over to Barclays and Bank de Lyons and Swiss Bank and things like that. Leveraged the money, came back to America, made VHS tapes. Now I'm really aging myself. VHS tapes, flew to Chicago Board of Trade, now to New York, to Wall Street. I sold brokerage houses to sell the packages to their brokers, right? I was that guy, not the guy selling to the individual person. But if an individual broker is selling a stock to a person, and they say, yes, I'll buy it, that broker then has to put that on the market, and it has to match an order to someone that wants to sell it, right? It's the buyer versus the seller, which is the green, the buyer, versus the red, the seller. And in futures, derivatives, what we're doing up here, it's the green army versus the red. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now look, I could go back in here and go again. Why do I know that? The green army's winning, right? This is going to go back up again. It's going to go back up. I think it's going to go a little bit further down. It's going to go back up. It's 9:31. It's my bedtime. I can hear my kids in there. They should be in bed. But that was a good lesson. And what did I say at 11 minutes up here? So do that. Okay, see you under 15 minutes, right? Mr. whatever his name was. I won't say it. He said get him under 15 minutes. 14 minutes, 11 seconds. I hope you put a comment in here and say, well done, keeping them short. Why do I do them wrong? Because I repeat. You know, when you present, you tell them what you're going to tell them, you tell them, and then you tell them what you told them. That's how you teach. You tell them what you're going to tell them, you tell them, and then you tell them what I told them. So I pretty well covered 3 things. That was a really good lesson how to get out of a trade and still make profit when it went sideways. See you later. Monday night, 9:30. Looking forward to tomorrow morning.